live stream this magnetic shape-shifting puzzle cube. My name's JT. I work in marketing, product development, sales, a little bit of everything for the company. Thank you guys for sharing this live stream. Thank you guys for supporting. Thank you guys for helping to push this awareness for as many people as I possibly can. You don't know yourself, but you definitely are one. I like that attitude. If you guys didn't know what a Shashibo is, the Shashibo is a magnetic shape-shifting puzzle cube that makes over 70 different shapes. It always starts in this really satisfying cube, one of the 5 classic platonic solids. And that cube can turn into a crown, or the crown can turn into a star, or the star could be a hive. The hive could be a UFO. The UFO can be a ball, and the ball can be a snake, and the snake could be a dome. And the ones that I'm holding right now are actually RGB reactive. So I got some RGB light going so you guys can see the designs that change and reveal when the different spectrums of light. I would choose one from the Lingerie Football League. Oh, you said NFL. None of them. I would choose none of them. If you guys are wondering what this thing is, it is a #1 bestseller on different e-commerce platforms. I think it's funny that you're saying you got an addiction to them. We do get that a lot. The nice thing is, it's a healthy addiction. Hey, thanks for jumping in to talk about that video. You know what, man? That video with the kids has been super controversial. It's pretty funny. There's a lot of people jumping in and saying that it was unsafe. There's a lot of people jumping in, asking where they could buy one. There's some people jumping in my defense. It's been like pretty entertaining to watch the comments pop off on that. These are multi-purpose cubes that can be used for any number of different things. So what you do with your Shashibo is between you and God. And that's what I'll say about that. Now, when it comes to building, it is true that the more you have, the more you can build with. A lot of people just keep buying them as they can. They do make a great gift for that person in your life that likes these kinds of fidgets and puzzles, because you could just keep buying them more and they could build like bigger and cooler structures. So it makes a perfect gift that kind of keeps on giving in that way. I know that I have people that are just stoked every single time I buy them a Shashibo, and it makes it be a little bit easier on me when I'm trying to get gifts for the people in my life that I wish would play a little bit more. Someone says, say Shashibo 10 times fast. Shashibo, 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 Shashibo. Now, funny thing about that though is I was wondering about that metric once, like how many times do people in our company say Shashibo every day? I know sometimes I say Shashibo more than like 100 times in a day. Yeah, they're like a 3-day mandala that changes every time you play with it. It's a really great way to say it, and like the mandala-ness of it can't really be understated because it fractalizes out. Like you could just build with the same shape over and over and over again, but then like the same series of shapes can make the same pattern, or you'll end up making a bunch of different shapes and then end up being up back in a different shape. If you've never seen one before, I'll show you some of the common shapes. Like it always starts as a cube, and then when you're trying to open it, you squeeze on either side of the cube, and you can usually peel and pry at one corner. It could go into like a crown, or it could go into a star, or it could go into a hive, or the hive could be a UFO, or the UFO could be a ball. We've got over 70 different shapes that these things can make. The ball could be a snake, the snake could be a dome, and then they're magnetic, so the more you have, the more you can build, and you can just like keep connecting them together wherever you want to, which is really the magic and fun of Shashibo. I bought 300 Shashibo cubes and gave one to all my students and taught them about geometry patterns. Yo, hit up my DMs. I want to know absolutely everything about that. And I want to help you get more Shashibo whenever you want to do something like that again. We're actually starting an entire educational division in our company. So they would be super stoked we would be super stoked to work with you more. If you're some kind of teacher, what do you teach? Yeah, no, it's definitely one of the coolest things that's out there. And this build's already turning into an epic one. I kind of wish I'd taken it off the high table that I have it on. Didn't really plan that one. Let's see, this is still pretty stable. Okay, put that there. I'm gonna move that out of the way. Okay, now at least we got a little more room to build. Oh, but I want to put it back on that little platform I had it on. There we go. So as you can see, we've got 36 rare earth magnets keeping this sculpture together, and I can pick it up and move it. That's really the cool thing about Shashibos. Once you start building your art with them, you can make whatever you want to make and kind of move it around. I'm happy that it's making you feel better. It definitely makes me feel better too. Look at that. Isn't that just so satisfying? Algebra 2, geometry, infinite mathematics, trig, problem and stats, sales math, etc. That's an insanely cool amount of math, and we should talk more. Because we've got other mathematic toys too. We've got this one toy that's like hyperbolic paraboloids you could build with. We've got other magnetic geometry cubes. I'm not gonna do a human DNA structure because I don't think I can. It's a good request. I'm trying to think, how could I do like a spiral? It kind of exists. There's like a weird, almost kind of like this angle, sort of, but it doesn't really spiral. Yes would be a start, right? But then you'd have to like figure out how to make it spiral on a chain. So you guys, if you're wondering how I got my hands on so many Shashibo, they've been collected over many a year. But on top of that, I do work here at the company. I'm here at Fun Emotion Toys headquarters, and we are streaming to you live from where all the magic happens. So if you guys want to have any questions answered, I am your guy. If you guys got any requests for styles you want to see, I'd love to hear it. Look at that. That is not a bad start to this live stream. So I just built this in a couple of minutes. I think that's kind of the really cool one. The Flowey. I'm saving the Flowey for the finale tonight. I gotta tell you, it's too good. I don't want to do it twice. Anyone working on the Terrence models? Yeah, our people are in touch with their people. That would be super sick to do like a Terrence collab. He's been popping off about shapes and geometry. 1 times 1 not equaling 1. Very cool stuff. Yeah, no, I made this in like, I don't know, however long I've been live now. So it really didn't take too long. Eventually, we'd like to be doing custom designs. We're just still a small, scrappy toy company trying to figure it out, and that's a lot of logistics to ask of us. But it would be super cool for you to just be able to like request your own design and order it online, and it's definitely in the pipeline. It's just a lot of effort to set something like that up. Man, I'm really digging how this one's turning out. Right now I'm just doing like a repeating pattern of hives, puzzle pieces, and stingers and UFOs. And that seems to be working out pretty good for me. If you guys are just tuning in, the Shashibo is one cube. It makes over 70 different shapes. It's one Shashibo. It makes over 70 shapes, and you could just build all of those shapes together whenever you wanted to. So I could go from like a cube to a crown. So the crown could be a star. So the star could be a hive. Or the hive could be a UFO. The UFO could be a ball. The ball could be a snake, or the snake could be a dome. And then they're magnetic, so the more I have, the more I can build, and I can just keep putting them together, as many Shashibo as I have. And I got a lot of Shashibo here. But it's really cool because you're really making your own puzzle with the experience of it, you know, because whatever you decide to put, wherever you decide to put it, is how the puzzle ends up getting solved. And things just fit right in place in like the most satisfying way. What's up, JR? Good to see you in the chat, buddy. One of the first really cool shapes right here that you can make is 4 crowns. Check that out right there. So I could take 4 crowns and put them together in our first little tour. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So I could take 4 crowns and put them together, just like that. But then I could also take the 4 crowns, if I move them into stars, I could go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 4 stars. 2, 3, 4. So then you've got 4 stars. After we've got 4 stars, you could take the 4 stars, open up each point, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And notice I hold the rest of the Shashibo while I move one piece of it. That way it stays a little more organized and sturdy and steady. So I'm gonna move all 4 stars to hives. So I got 4 hives, and I'm gonna connect them on these outside edges here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Definitely a cool one. It's like 4 rhombic dodecahedrons moving out from 4 directions. But the hive is cool because there's more than one way to put the 4 hives together. The second way you can put 4 hives together is just like this. And then we've got a different presentation of that star ball from earlier, which is neat, right? You see how the 3 different Shashibo on each side come together to make a star in 4 places? Absolutely wild. Then there's one more way that you can put 4 hives together. And I just found out about this one not that long ago. When I was jamming on like another way to put 4 hives together, I was looking for it and I found it. Look at that. Super neat presentation of the 4 hives. Continuing on our shape journey for what else you can do with 4 Shashibo. If I roll all 3 of those points through the middle, I get a UFO. Another one of our basic building block shapes. So to get there, I'm gonna take each 3 sides of my hive, 1, 2, and 3, open them up, 1, 2, 3. And I'm just kind of breaking those magnetic bonds to create more mobility in the cube to get to the geometry I'm looking for. Here's my UFO. Last UFO. Boom, right there. So now I'm gonna take the panels of the UFO. How are you not verified yet? I gotta talk to my web guy about it. I just noticed that yesterday, I think. Like, oh man, real businesses got like that blue check mark or something. So we gotta get that. We're working on it. We're a small scrappy toy company, just trying to make it happen on TikTok. And we're still figuring out everything that we need to do. Now, when you're taking 4 UFOs, there's a couple ways to do this one too. But we're gonna start with panel to panel, just like that. And then we're gonna go there and there. And then we're gonna go there. And that builds 4 cubes again. Hey, you're awesome. This is definitely one of my all-time favorites, and if you're building with a bunch of Shashibo, this is a really fun one to just keep building over and over and over again. I don't think I have a spaced out here to show. Amateur hour. I'll have some tonight. So now, you could also take 4 Shashibo and put them together like that. 1, 2. Oop. Hey, what's up, Island Root friend? Good to see some love from the Kava community. Check this out. Jenna and Oscar, hey, good to see you both. So 4 hives can go together just like this and make a good little bowl. I like to put snacks in it, I like to put candy. Just like that, boom. So now, I could also take those 4 UFOs, go panel to panel like that, panel to panel like that, and then, boom. Oh, I'm sure you saw it, right? That's just like a really neat, like spiked presentation like that. Pretty neat. Yo, what up, Zeke? All right, continuing on our journey. All right, so now you could also take like 4 balls, right? So a lot of people say you can't build with the ball, but you do have a really neat connection. If you take the ball here, and then the ball there, and then you put the last ball right there, you can actually make that 4 rhombic dodecahedron hive combination, but with solid balls. Yeah, a minion Shashibo would be cool. You guys are on it. I appreciate that feedback. We're working on something. That's all I'll say for now. Then Halloween is coming. Yes, the spooky series cubes with a jack-o'-lantern on the outside of the ball and like ghosts and spirits and stuff on the inside. So I'm really excited for the way that you guys are gonna appreciate those. Being in Spain, yeah, we do have some knockoffs worldwide. By the way, guys, watch out, be on the watch out for knockoffs when you guys are playing and looking around to buy these. You can find some that are cheaper, but the problem is they've got crappy magnets. They're not durable. They've ripped off our designs. These guys have no idea what they're selling. There's no customer support. We get plenty of people in our customer service that are complaining about poor quality cubes that are being destroyed quickly, but we can't really do anything about it because they're not ours. You know, they just ripped off of our marketing. The ones on Amazon are real. Hey, appreciate all the love. If you got one, you probably got to end up getting more than one if you can get your hands on it, just because that's when you can start collecting, connecting them together. Continuing on our 4 Shashibo series, we've got 4 domes put together like that in a 2 dodecahedron stack. Pretty neat one. Now we're gonna go into some of the more odd ones. that are really neat. So one of them is for stovetops, right? So if I take 4 stovetops, first off, 2 stovetops, you get this Thomas box here, which is beautiful, right? We can make another one. We can start to build the Thomas Tower, which is too cool. That one will drop right on top. And then I can put the other one on top. And then it just opens up to be able to keep building with this big, beautiful panel here. And as many Shashibos you have, you can make this organized rectangular prism tower, which is beautiful. I love it. Continuing on with our 4 Shashibo tour, let's go now into some of the like a little bit weirder ones, right? Yes, I can solve them without looking. What do you want? You want a cube to a ball? Or maybe do you want like a snake? Or do you want a dome? Or do you want maybe like a weird one, like a leapfrog? Maybe you want to see me make a heart without looking at it. But then of course, it's pretty easy to just go back into the cube without looking at it. So fun thing about this toy is it was actually made in part because the artist that invented this was looking to create art that blind people could experience. So this idea that art that blind people could experience is sort of what drove him to make a geometric, magnetic, shape-shifting thing that gave feedback that you would need to look at to understand. Cool little fun fact about it. Now, continuing on our journey, we're gonna go to 4 Queen's Crowns. Queen's Crown is a really nice shape. Thank you for the rose, love. You're always gonna start in the cube, right? And then from the cube, if you flip open one side while you hold one corner, you should be able to get to that crown pretty easily. We're gonna open the crown hemispherically, take the top of it, and push it down just like that. And fold it back together. So we get an inversion of the crown I call the Queen's Crown. And then, if we take all 4 of them and put them together, you get the same kind of dish that we were looking at earlier, and that square presents itself again. I do just love anytime I get to see regular geometry out of irregular geometry. Part of the beauty of Shashibo. Let's see, I'm gonna bring my little table back just so I can show you guys these 4 a little bit better. Oop. Continuing on our journey. If I open my Queen's Crown hemispherically and then push one side, push the opposite corners away from each other, I end up getting this beautiful bolt shape, or Z as I like to call it. And when that Z comes together, look at that. It's crazy, right? And then the edges of it could all just flip. This is my favorite part, watch this. And now it's a whole nother shape. From just one flip. I call this a rocket head, because to me it looks like it's a rocket that's just like, and that would be 4 spades together. 4 spades together make that rocket head. If I took those 4 spades, 1, 2, took the sides, opened it hemispherically and flipped it around the other way, it gives me 4 stingers. Now check this out. 2, 3, 4. Same shape, which is crazy, just a different presentation. So that happens all the time with Shashibo, where you can make the same shape more than one way, and I love anytime I find those. Continuing on our journey, we've got the mushroom, or the helmet. And the helmet has a really great presentation with 3 that I wanted to show. Pretty sweet. So that's some fun stuff you can do with 4 Shashibo. I hope that helps you understand why it's important to get more than one, because you got to be able to collect and connect them. If we were to go a little bit more outside of the conventional shapes, then I would start to show you guys things like the slack jaw family, or oh, this is another good one. If I got a couple of squirrels. This is the dog, by the way. One of my favorite single Shashibo shapes. Doesn't the cube go into the ball? The cube does go into the ball. You guys want to see my favorite magic trick? This is super neat and it blows everyone's mind. So, we've got 2 cubes, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a cube and I'm going to transform that cube into a ball. So we've got a ball, and that ball geometrically has a cube's space volume-wise inside of it. So I could take a cube and I could put the cube inside the ball and I could close the ball around the cube, just like that. Now, if I took the cube and the ball together, I could weave the cube temporarily into another dimension using modern magnetic transference technology. And that is my favorite trick with 2 Shashibo. If you open the yo-yo, it looks like a Thomas box. You are entirely correct. Let's demonstrate that just for the crowd. So if I take my yo-yo, well, to make the yo-yo, by the way, I'm going to take 2 domes that are at opposing magnetism, and then I'm going to weave them together just like that. But then they're talking about this opening right here, I'm pretty sure, where it starts to look like a Thomas box. So this is a brilliant example of the complementary nature of Shashibo geometry, where I could take a Thomas box here, and then flip it open just like that. Only on Shashibo, bro. And then I could put these 2 pieces together just like that. So that's super neat, right? Yeah, I got some RGB light going because a lot of our Shashibo are RGB reactive. Different hidden designs are revealed only when the correct spectrum of light is applied. Whoa, that's pretty neat. Anytime that there's 2 Shashibo that I can manipulate together in one shape, I'm always like, oh, that's cool. Oh, there you go. That was it. Ooh, I just thought of another good 4 Shashibo combo. So the ring is actually my favorite 4 Shashibo combo, because if I take those 4 Shashibo, I can take a very unstable, floppy shape that a lot of people wouldn't even consider a shape, and I can combine them together like that and like that, and then like that and like that. And now I've got this beautiful dissected dodecahedron. So now I want to go into a couple of the really cool 8 Shashibo things that are out there. And you can see here first, you know, some people are like, what do you mean it's a dissected dodecahedron? Oh, those are all big words. I just mean that it's a dodecahedron with a couple of the sides missing, but if I took 4 more UFOs and I placed them at each of the points, first off, this is what I'm gonna do for Halloween. Because they gotta put their hand into the bowl a little bit to get the candy out. But if I put one more right here, now I've got this beautiful full-size rhombic dodecahedron using 8 Shashibo. And this is a full, twice the volume, really 4 times the volume of your standard dodecahedron. Pretty neat. There's a lot of different variations on that you can do. I'll show you a real quick one that lets you get there the same way. If you remember that candy bowl that I made earlier. If I just keep building on it, same dodecahedron. Oh, another fun one with 8. If I took 4 stars and put them together to make that classic star ball, now look, I've got this like perfect slot for a UFO to drop right in. So satisfying when it just fits. Last one, right there. So now, 8 Shashibo with a smaller dissection of a dodecahedron that has a actual dodecahedron hole to be filled right there. Do you guys want to see me put some dodecahedron in those holes? You want me to move on? Because you can get the idea that it's just another big way to get to the big ball. Fill it. So I'm going to take 4 more balls now. So this is taking us up to a 12 Shashibo build. Hey, thanks, my hair likes you. All right, I don't want you guys to miss any of this because this is really satisfying. So you see this hole right here? Oh, yeah. 2, 3, 4. $12 Shashibo, and it's so like solid and heavy. I love this combo. It's actually kind of difficult even to take apart, but here's what it looks like when you split it in the middle. Pretty neat. Ah, there's so many good 12s out there too. I am a magic guy, and these are magic cubes. But it takes magic to know magic. Let's see. Oh, another good one with 8. This is a really nice one, and this is a really cool way to do it. So if I took 4 hives 4 hives, perfectly complemented by 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars. So yet another dissection of a dodecahedron. Ooh. Pretty stable. And then, of course, that gets complemented with just 4 more UFOs, and I'll show you all that real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're back to our dodecahedron. If you guys are just tuning in and you're wondering exactly what's going on here, this is the magnetic, mysterious, shape-shifting puzzle cube that's taken TikTok by storm. It's one cube that makes over 70 different shapes. It always starts in a cube, and it can make over 70 shapes using 36 rare earth magnets that allow it to lock into position. So it could go from a cube to a crown, or that crown could be a star. The star could be a hive. The hive can be a UFO. The UFO could be a ball. The ball could be a snake, or the snake could be a dome. And then there's limitless combinations and creations, and the more that you have, the more you can build, and all the geometry is super complementary. So I'm just going through and showing everybody some of the common builds and common shapes that you can make. I think one of the next ones I want to show y'all is the flower. It's a classic that everybody likes, but since we got some Shashibo heads in this chat, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys some variations on the flower too, and a little bit of flower theory. So, the flower is made at its base by using 3 Shashibo. And there's 2 ways that you can make your flower petal. The quick way is to start in a UFO, open the UFO, and then reclose it after pushing one of the panels forward like that. So that's kind of the quick way. But if you wanted to go a little bit slower with it, if you can make the ice cream cone, which is a ball with 1 point cornered out, then you can take the other side of that and do the same thing here. And I call this shape the bolt. And when you've got the bolt, you can pay attention to this pattern or this pattern is going to be your choice. And you're going to want to tap one of those sides down gently, just like that. This is not a stable shape until it's combined. Now you got that petal. You got 2. And the last one. For those of you still kind of wondering how to even get to the ball, I'll go through that real quick. You've got 3 points on your UFO. 1, 2, 3. If you hold the bottom with your thumb there, and then put your finger in between that, you're gonna have to break the magnetic bonds to move stuff, but you're gonna flip it just like that. And you're gonna do the same thing here. And then the same thing on the last one. And that's how you make the ball. But we're actually gonna go back 1 step, pushing on this joint while we cage the ball with our bottom hand. And that's gonna be the bolt. Flip the bolt over, or the ice cream cone. Flip the ice cream cone over and open up the other side. And that gives you the bolt. And then we're gonna tap down the design that we want. And that's gonna give us our flower. So you take the flower and you push it on each side just like that, and that's 2/3. And then we're gonna go here, just like that. Absolutely beautiful. 3 Shashibo. And then of course, I'd have to show you that the flower, when you turn it upside down, logically, turns into a sea creature. And then if you took a UFO, you see that cube right there? You could drop a UFO on there to put it all together and lock it in place, and then it stays together really well. And if I took each point, 1, 2, 3, turns into a lunar lander. Where can I get a shirt? Hit up the DMs and I'll see what we can do. Let's see, so that's the flower. That's another one of those atypical combinations, but now let's get into a little bit of flower theory. If you check this out, right? If I opened up each side of the flower, I like to call this a blossom flower, a blossomed flower, because it's like wide open like that, which is beautiful as a presentation. And then there's like some build options off of it. I really don't build too much off of just this, but I will take 4 of these and put them together. And I think that's just a super cool thing. You can also take each side of the flower petal and push the petal through the middle, and then that gives you something like this, which is more broken and really satisfying. They're also super multifunctional. Besides just building with them, you could spin with them, do some Beyblade fighting action. Ooh, sometimes it'll stay perfectly like that. You can get a real good spin on it too. I love when it gets a real good spin. And then if you want it to spin even better, you just take 1 UFO and 1 hive, pop them together just like that. Oh, you thought that one spun for a while. Check this one out. Ooh, this one's gonna be like my technique of can I keep it on the table? Ooh. There you go. That was the technique, was to like give it its own little circle. Ooh. That was a good one. Ooh. This table is just like so shaky. Yeah, man, check it out. Like I said, you could spin it with just this one. You could also, here was someone that someone was talking about the other day. So if I took 2 stingrays, which is one of the shapes, I could take 2 stingrays and slide them together like that in a weave. First off, that closes up into another kind of ball, which is really cool. But that ball opens up into this ring that we call Saturn, right? So then you take 2 more Shashibo. Go like that. Go like that. Then it makes a bigger spinner. And that's crazy, right? Spins forever. It's like a futuristic Rubik's Cube. Yeah, you know what? People say that all the time. It's like a futuristic Lego or a futuristic Rubik's Cube. I think it's a wonderful, brilliant piece of art in your hands. Really empowers anyone to be an artist of geometry. No, I work for Fun & Motion Toys. I work mid-level marketing, product development, some sales. It's a small scrappy startup. There's like almost 30 of us, and we are making it happen here in the TikTok shop. And we're all taking part in making that effort happen. It's been a wild, cool, crazy ride. Right now, I'm just taking another shape, y'all. I call this shape the lockjaw star, just like that, right? And so I put 2 panel to panel that way. And now we're gonna go here. This last one's gonna be so satisfying. Boom. Kind of a more atypical for Shashibo sculpture. It does come with instructions. We also have YouTube tutorials, TikTok tutorials, and we have our own app where you can look up all the different tutorials to get to the shapes. But look at that. Oh, so satisfying. So good. Right next to the slackjaw star, or lockjaw star, we've got the slackjaw star. So you saw I opened that jaw a little more, and if I just drop that right there, and I drop that right there, and then I drop that right there, look at that. So this is a really beautiful one that I'm actually gonna do 12 of right now. 12 slackjaw stars, because I really want y'all to see what it looks like when I have 3 more of those on. Just comment below, make sure you know that I know that's what you want to see. Remember to smash that like button, go to our videos, comment on our videos, like our videos, save and share our videos. We are really trying to make it happen here in the TikTok space. I think that these cubes do a lot of good for a lot of people. Anecdotally, there's a lot of people that have gotten a lot of benefit from these, and I think that the world would be a happier, healthier place if more people were just playing with Shashibo. So that's my big push for being on here. This is live stream number 10 in less days than that. And we are really just on the grind to share these cubes with as many people as we possibly can. Easiest way to help that mission, if you're into it, is to like this live stream, drop some comments into it with what you like about it, share this live stream with your friends, and help me spread the good magnetic puzzle cube word. These things are a blast, and they are the future. So, boom. I had them all, and then I got excited. Okay, I got that piece there. And then I'm gonna put this piece here. I'm gonna go like that. And this is gonna be good. Yeah, we are the ones that designed these. So I'm gonna take 4 of this unit now. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now this is one of my favorite 12 Shashibo sculptures. It's made using just 12, but look how like brilliant and expansive and complicated it gets. So this is where the art of Shashibo really reveals itself. When you have a goal that you're trying to achieve and you actually get it, it's a really satisfying feeling. So that was 12 slackjaw stars for you guys. If we were going to continue our little shape journey, we would be remiss not to talk about the slackjaw hive, which is right next to the slackjaw star. I'll show a little bit more slowly how I got there on the next one. Boom, boom, boom. So we'll go there and there. So from a cube, right? If I was just right in the cube, I could take a cube, squeeze on either side, flip it open it again, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'm in the hive. And now if I hold the top of the hive and just take this back right here and push the back out, slackjaw hive. And then we got this brilliant Shashibo combo right here. And we're gonna drop that right there, and we're gonna do 12 again with that. We'll put that one to the side. Oh. This one will be a little more delicate until it's together. Make sure you guys are tagging your friends and sharing this live stream. I'm gonna be going live for about another hour or so. I've kind of lost track of the time. If anybody knows the time, they could drop it in the comments. That'd be great. I can't see the clock from my view. I just know it's Shashibo time, baby. So that's 2. Put that one to the side. 1:58. Thank you, honorable mention to Big Daddy Liquor for telling me the time first. Love your name, dude. Oh. All right, we've got 3 out of 4 of the unit that we're building with. Hey, Timothy Garrity loves his Shashibo. We love you. And I hope you're sharing it with people. I hope that other people are being inspired by your love of Shashibo, because these things are awesome. And the world would be a better place if more people were playing with Shashibo. We can't do a lot about all the craziness going on in this world, but everybody could take a little bit more time to play, and then maybe things wouldn't be so crazy. All right, now I'm gonna take these 4 units that I've just been building. It's gonna be a little more delicate at first. Oh my gosh. This one's gonna be tricky, y'all. I can already see that it's sassing me. Somebody wants me to make a cube. Here you are, Aqua. There's your cube. Well, that's cool. All right, I got 2 out of 4. 3 out of 4. Oh my gosh, that's sketchy. 4 out of 4. So this is 12 slackjaw hives in an orientation. All right, y'all, I will be right back. Bear with me for just a moment. Pardon that quick interruption. Haha, SpongeBob to the rescue. I don't think I have any SpongeBob ones here, but I do have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one. If you guys didn't know, that is another one of the series that we've got. So for anyone that's into Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, we've got the Mutant Mayhem ones handy and ready to go. All right, so we've still been on a tour of everything you can do with 8 and 12 Shashibo. And we're actually really close to my favorite 12 Shashibo combo out there. So I'm really excited to show you all that now. And that is made using 12 stingrays. So keep watching to see 12 stingrays coming together. The stingray's right next to the slack jaw hive. You just want to take this, you want to hold your bottom together and then take the top here and flip it. Just like that. And that's gonna be your stingray. And then 3 of them come together to make this crazy cool spiked corner kind of build, which I absolutely love. So real quick, I'll take it from the top on how to get to the stingray. So if you take your cube, you squeeze on either side of the magnetic seam, peel and pry at the corner. First shape you should kind of land in is the crown. If you open the bottom of that crown, you'll get the star. 1, 2, 3 points of the star open. 1, 2, 3. Then you'll take the bottom of the hive right here, push that out just like that. Now I'm gonna hold that bottom of the hive gently while I push on that joint right there, and it's gonna get a little crazy for a second, but you should be able to refold it right there. And that gives you the stingray. We're gonna need 12 of these for that whole sculpture, so I'm gonna build them out now. Whoa. All right, 12 stingrays made. Combine them together on those flat panels like so. Whoop. Check that out. Drop some likes, shoot me a comment if you guys are enjoying that. And if you want me to keep going with more 12 Shashibo builds, anywhere from 8 to 12, that's kind of my ideal sweet spot for the number of cubes that I want to be playing with. It's a good limiter too. More cubes isn't always better. You might not know what to do with all the cubes, and it's better to make a bunch of organized geometry to me than it is to just build crazy cool stuff, even though that's fun. Drippy Beans wants more 12 Shashibo sculptures. Well, Drippy Beans gets what they want. Let's keep going. The Stingray is a nice one for 12. Another fun 12 to do. Can I make a bigger cube? I can make a bigger cube. Can you connect Shashibo with Cubendi? Geometrically, but not magnetically. Okay. I'm gonna do a quick divergence from 12 because for the bigger cube, I'm gonna need 16. So I'm gonna do 16, and the shape that I'm gonna use is a puzzle piece. And I'll show you all how to get to the puzzle piece from a cube, as I always do here. So if I've got a cube, squeeze on either side of the magnetic seam, peel and pry open to make the crown. Open the crown hemispherically, take the top of the crown and push it through the bottom of the crown, just like that. Push the edges of your queen's crown apart to get the Z. Flip open one side of the Z to get the spade. Take the other side and open that hemispherically, and a hemispherically opened spade creates your puzzle piece. So I'm gonna need 4 puzzle pieces, and I actually missed this in my earlier lecture on 4 common and cool 4 Shashibo combos. So this right here is like a flat puzzle piece, right? But then if you put those 2 pieces together like that, boom. Oh wait, is this 12 or 16? It's a 16. So hey, what's up, friend? Good to see you. Glad you're here. Thanks for popping in to show some love. So now I've got this vertebrae, is what I call it. And I'm gonna need to make 3 more of those vertebrae. And I'm gonna just pull them right off of my slack jaw hive. The slack jaw hive and the vertebrae are actually really close to each other in that like geometric tree family. So I'll take another one right there and flip that together. Go right there. Combine that. Ooh, oh boy. Put that there. Put that there. Put that there. And the last one there. Oh boy. It's normal to make mistakes. It's all part of the process. That's 3 out of 4. Yeah, I know you just figured out the yo-yo yesterday, bro. All right, this is my 16 cubes to 64 volume cube. I know it's not closed, but it is pretty cool. This is probably one of my favorite builds also in all of Shashibo. Super neat. Let's see, another good 12. Oh, I'm gonna make Grace's Gate. I think I remember how to make Grace's Gate now. Gosh, it took me a couple of live streams to remember this one. It's been a while, but this is one of my favorites. 1, 2. For this next one, I'm using a spade. I'm combining 2 spades to make a spade fighter. Play on space fighter. You can obviously see that it's a spaceship. So that's 3. 4. And now, this is a cool one because it's going to require a little bit of clever combining. Where I'm going to take a puzzle piece right there, you see? I'm going to put it just like that. I'm going to take my other puzzle piece and go just like that. I'm going to put that one there. So now we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's already beautiful, right? Now we're gonna lock it in. 11, 12. And there is your Grace's Gate. What's cool about this is it has some like pretty solid like rigidity this way. I think I could build it another one high. Did you guys want to see if I could build one more layer of this? Well, I'm gonna do it. And you can't stop me. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go for another layer of this. I think it's too cool to just leave it as one layer, personally. What do you guys think? You got one of them and you want more? I don't blame you. That is a reasonable desire. Layer 2 of the Grace's Gate. This is actually more stable than I thought it would be. It's giving me that dangerous urge to want to build higher. I'm trying to control it, guys, but I gotta tell you, I don't want to stop it. I want to see how high this can go. So that's what we're gonna do. You guys are egging me on, I love it. All right, I'm gonna adjust this camera angle. Hello from above, friends. And then I'm just gonna do like a building technique of building these like 2 at a time. Oh boy. I felt something shift. Ah. Okay, well, we found the limit on it. But I tell you what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna build the same shape over and over again. And I'm gonna do one that hasn't been done in a while that's like super neat. I'm gonna use the seat. Actually, while I'm here, I think I'm actually gonna do the ring. I did the ring. I'm gonna do the seat. I was second guessing myself. I'm not gonna second guess myself anymore. I am gonna bring that camera down until this gets higher though. So this is a pretty sweet build that I'm going for here. It's just a repeating seat. But once you have like 16 Shashibo on this, it gets wild. It gets so cool. So right now that's 12. Already looking super cool. If you guys are just joining in, I am playing with something called Shashibo. Shashibo are magnetic puzzle cubes that make over 70 different shapes that you can build and collect and connect together to build even bigger shapes. So they're like a fidget with more finesse, but they're also a wonderful tool to make art with. And that's what you guys are hanging out with me during. It's a little just free building session. Yo, what's up, Alex? Hey, you're back and you have 3 cubes. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do with 3 cubes. So right now I'm just making a repeating sculpture. I am repeating the seat shape, which is just one turn out of the cube. If you want to get to the seat that I'm building with, you'll just take your cube, squeeze on either side, peel and pry at one corner, and just get your finger immediately in between those 2 panels there. Flip it and let it close back again, and that's your seat. Kurt Cobain, yes, I've finally come out of hiding. Time to add one more layer. And that's just going to help with overall stability. You guys, we are doing this live stream right now to raise awareness about Shashibo, this magic magnetic shape-shifting puzzle cube that makes over 70 different shapes. I think that the world would be a happier, healthier place if more people played, specifically if more people played with Shashibo. It's a really fun toy that inspires a lot of creativity and imagination and smiles. I can't tell you how many times I've been like at a restaurant or in an airplane traveling somewhere, and there has been an absolutely upset kid that I gave a Shashibo to that just chilled right out. It is magic to watch the silence of a kid that's totally engaged with Shashibo and not a screen. So neat, right? To get people playing with real toys and not games and data on a screen. I'm very much, our whole company, one of the big things we value is the anti-screen movement. yeah, super calming, relaxing, fully engaging, tons of visual feedback. There's that auditory click-clack sound that's so nice. There's the beautiful designs that keep the eye engaged. There's so many like benefits that we hear anecdotally. I've also heard from people that work in recovery that it really helps their anxiety, you know? So giving them something that they could do with their busy hands is a way to sort of regulate the nervousness that they're feeling, which I think is an absolutely magic application of this toy, and I'm really happy that people are getting benefit from it that way. And so for those of you just tuning in, I am making this entire sculpture with one shape, repeating, which is like just a real example of the kind of beauty that exists in Shashibo, where you can just take one shape and repeat it over and over again and get something that just looks like art. And that's probably my favorite thing about this toy, is how it empowers anyone to be an artist. Like, anyone could do this. If you sat down with the cubes and you had them handy and you spent a little bit of time playing with them. It's a really great tool to empower everyone to be the artist they were meant to be. It inspires creativity. It makes you feel like you're on some voyage of discovery, finding some secret shapes that no one has ever found before. And the reality is, a lot of people haven't seen anything like this before. So give yourself the credit for being the explorer that you are. Yeah, oh my gosh, it's so cute watching an old lady play with these, or an old man play with these. I absolutely love it. They are just like so confused, but entertained. It's been a big goal of mine to get these into some nursing homes. I really want to go do an event like at a nursing home with a bunch of Shashibo and just really get down and play with a bunch of old people, because I think they'd get a huge kick out of it. And it's a little bit better than another Golden Girls rerun, if anything. Y'all, this one's turning out really good. I'm pretty stoked on it, I gotta say. Yo, you did some tricks at the skate park with one in your hand. Sick. Where's the video, bro? I want to see that. Okay, I think I've got enough height on this that it's going to be time to raise the camera and keep going and seeing how high I can build here. Hey, thanks for the follow. Every follow helps, every like helps, every comment helps, every share helps, every save helps. You gotta tell those algorithm gods that you guys wanna see more of this content and that this content would be good out in the world. That's all I'm really trying to do. I'm just a fool on the road trying to tell people about these cubes because they're really good and they provide a lot of benefit to people. I am pretty impressed with how high I've been able to get this thing. The live stream gods are smiling on me. Don't end the live stream. Just keep it going forever. I'm gonna be here for at least another 30 minutes, bro. Don't worry. I think, what time is it? Never, don't ever end the live stream. Just keep building shapes. Someone will have to like come feed me and like pour water in my mouth. I'll just take you guys with me when I go to the toilet. 2:30 Mountain Time. 2:32. Thank you guys. A lot of people on Mountain Time. 8:31 UK time. I appreciate your input. It's not helpful, but it is interesting. I guess I gotta just pull the whole camera back for y'all to fully appreciate this. This is getting pretty ridiculous. What's my time? I have no idea. I think this live stream started at 2 Eastern. So I think it's 3:30 or something. Oh, it's 3:33. Sweet. If you guys are just tuning in and just watching, I am building with Shashibo. Shashibo are magnetic shape-shifting puzzle cubes that make over 70 different shapes. They always start as a cube, just like this. But then there's over 70 shapes you can make, powered by 36 rare earth magnets. So you could take a cube and you could turn the cube into a crown, just like that. The crown could be a star, just like that. The star could be a hive. The hive could be a UFO. The UFO could be a ball. The ball could be a snake. The snake could be a dome. Yeah, I'll just keep live streaming forever. That'd be like a crazy experiment. I wonder what the longest live stream ever is. Someone could Google that and drop it into the chat. I'm actually curious. What is the longest someone has ever live streamed for? And how would we create the team of people that would do that? Because that's the kind of crazy mission our company would get on. Keep recording while I sleep. I think it's so wild that there are like entire Twitch streams where people are like making money just like recording themselves sleeping live. I guess I don't really mind if you guys wanted to hang out while I was sleeping. Whatever. Everyone's welcome. Oh boy. We're starting to lose our linearity here. But I think I just bent it back into shape. Concert that lasted 181 hours holds the record for the biggest live concert live stream. The longest is 624 hours, 37 minutes, and 55 seconds. Dang. 624 hours. How many days is that? 624 divided by 24. 624 divided by 30, or divided by 24 is like roughly 30 days. So they live streamed for like a month. We could beat that. I bet we could beat it. Man, I am running out of room to put these cubes. Yeah, 26 days, all day, bro. I got that. Hello friend, welcome to the live stream where I'm building artistic geometry for your pleasure. I'm having to like build my shapes around this thing now. This is crazy. Y'all, I can't believe this thing is still standing. I'll be honest. Do I have the battle shape cube? I will have it tonight from 8 to 10. This is absolutely wild. Anecdotally, we've heard all kinds of stories of people getting the benefits of, you know, less anxiety, less stress, having something to keep their hands busy, having something that they could travel and play with. It's not a screen. Think about it, you know, if you think you could play more in your life, now's the time to get some more Shashibo, or for that person in your life that you think should be playing more. Be a nice little playful gift if someone you know is extra stressed out. You'd be like, hey, here's a cube, chill out. So this is made all using the same shape over and over again. If you guys are just tuning in, now this is a repeating fractalization of the seat, which is just one turn out of the cube. If you didn't know how to get to the seat, it always starts in a cube, right? And then you squeeze on either side of the magnetic seam, peeling probably like a pistachio, and then I'm gonna hold these corners, and it's gonna get a little weird for a second, but my goal is to get my finger in between these two panels and then flip. That's one turn out of the cube, gives you the seat. And then that's a really fun kind of like rule to play with Shashibo, is just build with the same shape over and over and over again, and see what you can make. You can almost always make something cool just by repeating the same shape over and over again. So, however many Shashibo you have, I challenge you to try that out for yourself and see what you get. Hey, you're going on a plane in 7 days? Bring them. Bring them, and then like, okay, listen to me, this sounds crazy, but if you bring all of your Shashibo and then you just like play with them for a little bit, you'll notice that whoever's next to you will be like kind of looking over like, what's that? And then I guarantee you, if you hand them one, they'll take it and they'll start playing with it. And so you do that with the friendliest looking person first, but then other people are gonna get jealous. And then they're gonna wanna play with the cube. And then before you know it, you'll have like a party on your plane with like 8 people playing with Shashibo, and none of them will have any idea what's going on, and it's hilarious. Works like a charm every time. It's a great bar trick also. If you've got some extra Shashibo with you, people universally are entertained by playing with these at bars across the world, whether or not they even speak English. I got stuck in France once, and I made some friends using Shashibo. You guys, I am wildly impressed that this thing is still staying up. I was long expecting for it to fall by now. But we're gonna keep going. This whole thing is getting some weird like structural twists to it that I don't really love, but I can't do a whole lot about. It'll fall when it'll fall. And until then, we build gloriously high. Will you shove it over at the end of the live stream? I tell you what, if we get to 10,000 likes by the end of the live stream, I'll shove it over. Here's the spaced out cube somebody was wanting to see earlier. #1 best-selling cube, one of my absolute favorites. Beautiful, right? If you can do way better than that, prove it. We are on a video platform where you could post something and prove how much better you could do. This is the first Shashibo. Still our best seller. When is the live finished? Oh my God, you're savage. You really want to see it be pushed over. That's what's funny. Yeah, that was the joke earlier, is that the live stream never ends. Just keeps going. What time are we at now? Somebody could drop a East Coast time in the chat and I'll tell you how much longer we have to hit that goal. I can't see the time on this live stream thing that I'm using. It's really a misstep on their point. 15 minutes. You got my back. I appreciate you. I ought to just get like a clock in this room somewhere. Yeah, it feels like when you're configuring the object, you're also configuring your brain. One of my favorite things that one of my favorite things I've ever heard anyone say about Shashibo is that when they were playing with it, it made them feel like their brain clicked into place. And that to me is just like a fuzzy, warm feeling that I really appreciated. And definitely identified with. Here we go, y'all. I am running out of Shashibo. Do you want a fuzzy, warm feeling when your brain clicks into place? Yes. Best sales pitch ever, right? Hey, do you like a fuzzy, warm feeling when your brain clicks into place? Am I still an ICU nurse or just Shashibo? I am just Shashibo. I am all Shashibo all the time, baby. I put nursing on hold for a little while because I figured, you know, I could always go and nurse, but you only get one opportunity to go work at a toy company. So Hey, it also works as ASMR the way you do it. That's a good point. I should really put some more effort into shooting a bunch of ASMR style videos. Hey, I appreciate all the positivity you're dropping in the comments, especially Jenna. Where is Ezra? Ezra's in Atlanta right now. He's going and working hard there, so I don't have to. Divide and conquer, that's how it's gotta go. Oh! Oh my God. It almost went early. Why did it do that? Why is it doing that? Oh. Okay. Okay, we've got some balance again. This is crazy cool. How many do I have? All of them. Hey, shout out to Mother Earth. She a real one. Out of respect for Mother Earth, we do make these with recycled plastic. So that's one good benefit. You can feel good knowing you're helping to take plastic out of the landfill whenever you buy a Shashibo. Because we're using 100% recycled plastic. Someone was talking about the SpongeBob Shashibo earlier. Here it is for you. Here's one of them. Every time I go on your page, it makes me want to get more cubes. 10,000 likes. Oh no! That means at the end of this live stream, in about 10 minutes, I'm going to be knocking this whole thing over. If it makes it that long. It's getting a little unstable. I'm in. Whoa! Oh my God, I just threw this one at the sculpture. We gotta be so careful now. I'm living in South Florida these days. We all want a show, right? Yeah, I should get more dangerous with it. You're totally right. You gotta give the people what they want. You're so right about that. Mistakes are not exciting. Hey, Save just finished a 205 cube creation. I want to see it. If you guys want to see more amazing Shashibo sculpture art, follow Saved Herb. He's absolutely ridiculous when it comes to building with Shashibo. Definitely one of the best in the world. Oh boy. You guys, I keep saving this thing. I don't know if it's gonna make it to the end of the live stream. I'm gonna try to hold it together, but it's even on like a glass table. Yeah, I've thought about doing ads to repost. If you make something good, I'll check it out. There's another one, part of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series. I am at the end of my supply that I've got here, y'all. Ooh. This thing has a crazy amount of movement. How long have I been growing my hair? A couple years. 2020 or so. There you go, there's another seat. I'm actively stabilizing this because I want to keep building it up until we get to the end of this live stream. I am ambidextrous through training as a juggler. It could be a hive. Could be a UFO. Could be a ball, or a snake, or a dome. And then just to show you that I am ambidextrous, oh my God, I just almost threw this at the structure. We're gonna go back from the dome to the cube. Just like that right there. We're still going higher. I don't know how high it's gonna end up. But it's still staying pretty stable on its own. Ooh. There we go. There we go. All right, everything is holding. It keeps wanting to lean back my way. Looks like I've got about 10 within arm's reach, and I don't want to go much further than that for this sculpture at this point. It's got a really wild lean to it now that it's gotten this size. I'm trying to still show you guys the manipulation so you get the play-by-play action. 3 minutes until this all comes crashing down. If you guys want to help me out, please smash that like button, smash that share button, go to the page, follow the page, go comment and like some of the videos, save the videos, share the videos. This is definitely the tallest thing I've ever built on a live stream. Yeah, that'd be a really cool power. The next live stream is tonight from 8 to 10 p.m. Thanks for asking. I'll be live again to answer all of your Shashibo questions and build some more art for you guys. I do not know what 8 p.m. I do not know what 8 p.m. Of course, man, I'm all about spreading the good Shashibo knowledge and the good Shashibo word. Anyone that's passionate about cubes is a friend of mine that I want to empower and see make the coolest art that you possibly can. I really do think of these as like an artistic implement and a skill toy, just as much or more than it's a fidget. If anything, it's a fidget with more finesse, but that does actually kind of bother me when people call it a fidget, just because it's so much more. But you could definitely use it like a fidget if you wanted. If you got better than me one day, I would say I'm proud of you. 1 minute to the destruction, y'all. Keep smashing that like button. I've got a nice organized point here. I think, woof. I'm gonna spend a little bit of time stabilizing. I'm actually gonna back this camera up a little bit so you guys can fully appreciate how big this thing has gotten. Absolutely wild. Like, in comparison to me, look at this thing. Ah! 0 minutes, 0 minutes. Is it time? Is it time to knock this whole thing down? Yes? I think I'm gonna do it. It's like, I'm almost here and I'm like, which way do I want to knock the whole thing down? I could just pull one piece out from the middle, or I could do like a dramatic chop. What do you guys think? Should I do a chop through, or should I pull out from the middle? Chop. In 3, 2, 1. Ah, destruction. Well, there you have it, guys. That was a brilliant, beautiful build. One of the tallest things I've ever built on a live stream. Destroyed live for you guys right here. I'm gonna have to pull that footage and like do a nice slow-mo of it that I'll post onto the profile later. Give us a follow and a like. Thanks, guys.